What's going on, guys? It's me, Jace, and welcome back to the channel. We are diving head first into our 2024 NFL draft film session. So we're going to be looking at TreVeyon Henderson here, the running back out of Ohio State. Henderson arrived on campus at Ohio State and rushed for the second most yards by a freshman in Ohio State history, 2021, including a freshman record of 270 yards versus Tulsa. Henderson isn't going to outrun you, but he does have 34 rushes of at least 10 yards and 4 rushes of at least 50 yards, which is, tied for the National League going into his junior season. Patience and vision is what TreVeyon Henderson brings to the table. The small nuances of the position, things like counter steps and things like that, are the things that he really thrives at. He has the patience to allow his blockers to pull, has the ability to be stout and pass pro and run behind his pads. As I said, he's not going to outrun you every play, but he will wear you down with his running style. He is an absolute bell cow. We're going to look at about 12 plays of his. We're going to watch him run the ball between the tackles, cool hurdles, some good vision, things like that. And we're going to check out some pass pro as well. So before we do that, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, that subscribe button, notification bell as well. I do greatly appreciate it. Also, check out the other videos, the previous videos. All those players that we did film sessions on, they all got drafted, and they're all about to enter training camp. So go check out those players, see who your team drafted. I hope you guys enjoy this video as well. Let's get into it. So throughout the video, TreVeyon Henderson is obviously going to be number 32 at the running back position here. So we're going to just watch him run this play here. Just a little stretch run. Cuts back up inside, or watch it one more time here. Then we'll slow it down after this here. Nice little run, nice vision there, as I talked about. So again, you see the vision here. So a couple things we want to talk about on this particular play here. So first, here's the lane, right? But if you notice here, TreVeyon has the vision to keep his eyes up to notice that, hey, this defender has completely shed this block. I'm going to get lit up if I go through this lane. He stops. He cuts back. He has that patience to let his block develop backside. He comes back, goes backside, picks up a solid gain, solid yardage there. I mean, that's the vision. That's the patience to understand that, my particular lineman didn't reach far enough, or didn't reach well enough. So now that defender is unblocked. And so he's coming right at me. I have to stop, be patient, let my blocks develop in front of me. Nice jump cut right there. Hit that backside. Fantastic rep there. This next play here, we're just going to watch him. It's just a standard run up the middle. But as I talked about, there are certain parts of his game that are very nuanced that we'll talk about on this particular play here. So we'll slow this play down here. We're going to pause it here for a second. So lane here. There's an open lane here. There's an open lane here. There's an unblocked defender. There's an unblocked defender. The hope is that this duo block here then reaches to the second level. That's the hope of the play, right? Reaches the second level, which he does. Solid job. But this is that patience here, right? To understand that while this lane is absolutely tempting, you don't want to hit that lane because there's still that unblocked defender that is creeping up behind the person that's getting reached from the duo block. So again, we'll run it here. He notices, puts his foot in the dirt, immediately gets north-south. Doesn't panic, just easy. Puts that left foot in the dirt right there. Gets through the open lane, picks up solid yardage for his team. That's that vision. That's that vision there, to understand that we have a blitzing safety coming down. Understand that I can avoid him. I don't have to run through him. I can just run backside through the other lane, through the other gap, and pick up solid yardage for my team. Next play here. This is just an appetizer, right, of his pass pro. I wanted to throw this in here because I want you to understand how strong this kid is. Look how he just completely drives number 16 back here. We'll slow it down here. So again, he does a very good job of acknowledging that, okay, I have a blitzing backer, I have a blitzing safety, blitzing DB. So what he does is he gets set, almost like a lineman, like a pass set. He's ready, and he strikes that outside shoulder, or that inside shoulder, completely drives the blitzing safety back out of the play, just like it's nothing. And this is a running back who's blocking just as well as the lineman, and just as violent, as he completely just destroys the safety here in pass pro, knocks safety off his platform, off his landmark. I wanted to put that in against a tempting play. Next play here, TreVeyon Henderson is going to run. Behind his pass, gets skinny. He's going to score a touchdown. We'll watch it here again. Fantastic run. So again, as I said, he doesn't have, he doesn't have super long speed or anything like that, but he does have speed to get away from you. So couple things here. Here's the lane, right? Again, this is that patience to understand that my blocks have to develop. They have to seal this off front side, and I can hit backside, get skinny, protect the football from any hands right here. You see he runs. That ball is tucked high and tight. He pulls away, scores a touchdown, right? Now, every lane's not going to be like this in the NFL or even in college, but to have that patience to understand that your lineman has to reach to get to number 43, you reach to get to that backer. And if he does, if you have the patience, you'll score every time. And he has the patience, and he does this time and time again on tape. Fantastic, fantastic rep there. So this next play here, we're going to watch, again, as I talked about in the previous play, every play is not going to provide you with the massive lane to run through. Sometimes you're going to have to avoid, a blocker or a blitzer or an unblocked man, things like that. So we'll slow this down here after this play here. Talk about a few things here. So I'm going to take the handoff here. Boom. Right through the gap is the blitzing backer, right? But also backside, there's an unblocked man, right? So watch what he does. He notices, okay, there's nothing over here. I have to cut backside. But what he does is he see that left arm. He swipes, causes you to miss the tackle, right? That's just that's good balance to that jump cut right there. Not a lot of guys are doing this. These are the small nuanced things of his game where it's not, it's not going to be a 15-yard gain. It may be 3, but it's not a loss of 3, right? And this is something that a lot of the Ohio State running backs that come out are very, very good at. They have very good running back coaches at Ohio State. Those little small details to jump cut, to avoid an arm tackle, to protect the ball so you don't fumble it when it's trying to get a peanut punch. It's very, very good. This play here, again, it's a touchdown. It's not really anything special in particular, but again, it allows his lineman to pull and the receiver to seal off backside right here, and then the pulling fullback or H back there to seal that off, and he scores a touchdown, right? So you never want to panic, and I think that's the best way to describe TreVeyon Henderson. He doesn't panic, right? He understands that, while some of these lanes here, maybe wanting to run this through here as your lineman can pull there, maybe you want to do that. But no, he understands that I have a pulling H-back. I have someone sealing off here. I have a pulling guard. I'm going to score every time. And that's an Ohio State staple, right? That's a play that they run all the time. So next play here. Sometimes you're just speechless to watch someone run through the arm tackle of a grown man who's trying to, snatch the football out of his hand. He just runs through, lowers his shoulder pads, and just runs behind his pads, right? Again, gap closes up right here in A gap. He wants to run straight through this gap. There's nothing there. This lineman here is disengaged. The play's over, right? Or so we thought. What he does is he puts that left foot in the dirt again. We talked about it previously. And he's going to immediately get east-west. So now he's flowing down the line of scrimmage trying to figure out where he can go. But he understands that everything is sealed off on this side. There's nothing over here. He sheds that arm tackle. Picks up solid yardage, right? So this is the play that should have been a loss of 2. Ended up being a positive run, right? Because he ran through an arm tackle, right? That balance or that vision to understand that there's something backside I can hit, that's good vision. But you also have to have the strength and the ability to shed this tackle right here, right? This play right here, they're pulling you inside of your shoulder pad. Most plays like that, it's over. He completely sheds it, holds onto the ball, picks up yardage for his team, right? These are the things that he does very well. So we're going to watch another play here as the lineman is going to miss the reach block. Right there, he's going to be on the ground, and TreVeyon Henderson is going to notice it, and he's going to actually make the correct read here. So we'll run this play back here for a second, and then we'll do it in slow motion here. So what's supposed to happen is we run the play here. 53, the center is supposed to reach to the backer. That's what's supposed to happen, right? You reach to the backer. This is a cutback lane for TreVeyon Henderson to go north-south. But that lineman falls. So now TreVeyon understands that, oh, crap, I can't hit that gap. I can't hit that lane. So, like, his eyes are fixed right on the linebacker, right? He understands. He goes, okay, my blocker's down, so I have to bounce this outside. He completely bounces it outside, picks up solid yardage for his team, right? These are the small nuance things, right? A lot of times people will just say, oh, I can run that linebacker over. I'm going to run straight into him. Well, TreVeyon probably can, but TreVeyon says, I think it's a lot wiser if I just understand that my block was missed or the block was missed and I have an outside lane, right? This is like it's a veteran. He's a veteran in college. It's really impressive. This next play here, again, we're just going to watch his footwork, man. Just as he's going to take this inside run, he's going to get skinny, protect the ball, avoid those arm tackles, and continue to get north-south, right? These are the things that I personally love out of a running back, right? Like, so you get skinny, you cut back. And the thing that I love here is that he continues to shoot for the end zone, right? A lot of running backs, they'll try to stop and jump to the right, jump to the left. Or TreVeyon's kind of like, okay, I know the play's pretty much dead here as they're going to close in on me, but I got to figure out how to get as much yardage as possible so they tackle him. He falls forward 3 more yards, right? I'm telling you, this is a staple of Ohio State running backs. Like they love those dirty yards. They love to fall forward to pick up extra yardage. But the way he just gets through this gap here, avoids those arm tackles, has those quick feet. It's like when you're listening to something like a song and it's so good you make that face where it's like you disgust it. Yeah, that's how it is watching TreVeyon Henderson. He's that good. So again, we're gonna watch this play here. He's gonna run inside. Again, one of those plays where it's not gonna be a house call every day, every play. But again, it is a testament to his balance and to his vision, right? So we'll slow it down here for a second. He's gonna take a stretch run to the left, outside zone. He's gonna see a gap here. There's an unblocked defender. I think one of the things that I probably would like, maybe you do want to take this up because you already have a blocker there. Maybe you do want to go north-south, but he decides to go east-west. He gets tripped up. He loses his balance. Now, he wouldn't have scored either way, but I really think you would have had something here if you would have went north-south if you had that blocker or that receiver crashing down to make the block on that defender. But, again, solid play to get east-west, keep your balance, pick up a couple yards for your team. Can't really ask him much else here. Next play here. That's that patience. Now, it looks like a solid rep, but this play is one of my favorite plays that I've seen just from the Ohio State offensive line, because we're going to watch them completely wash, and I mean wash, Wisconsin off the line of scrimmage, right? Hat. Then you have a lineman crashing down here. You have someone reaching to the second level, right? They completely wash all of this out. You have the right tackle here washing this out. So it's to the point where he understands that I just got to let it develop, right? I got to let it develop. I'll watch it here. He understands that, okay, don't want to hit this because if this gets sealed off, I'm good. Well, that's what happens. They wash Wisconsin off the line of scrimmage. He jump cuts, gets north-south. This is another thing about his game, though, that we need to have a little conversation about, because he's not a perfect prospect. But my question would be, on this particular play here, right? Why are we not going north-south, right? Why are we not going to the end zone? Why are we trying to jump cut and slice through defenders? I don't like that on this particular play. I think he has the speed to shoot through that gap and pick up a few more yards. But I think you left some meat on the bone here because you decided to try to knife through defenders for whatever reason. And so, again, not a bad play at all. Very good play. This is a very good play as well. Nice little hurdle there. So we'll watch it again. We'll break it down. And then we'll get into some pass pro after this. See that? Now, to a lot of people, it looks like a basic run, right? A basic counter run. But this play is so much more than that, because the first thing I want you to watch, right? I want you to watch TreVeyon Henderson's right leg, right? Just the right side of his body, right? So as the ball is snapped, he's going to take a step to the right, right? This is known as a counter step, right? And so as he takes this counter step, we're going to run it back here. I want you to watch what the linemen do. As he takes this counter step, right? Counter step, linemen immediately pull. So now this counter step has completely frozen these two unblocked defenders, right? These are the nuanced things of the running back position. He takes a counter step. He takes the ball. The defenders are completely frozen. They haven't moved, right? He hurdles, picks up solid yardage for his team, right? So when you're watching a running back play, especially on counter runs like this, you want to see if they do the nuanced things of the game, right? Because a regular handoff allows those two defenders on the right-hand side of the screen to crash down and shut this run down. But they are watching TreVeyon Henderson's leg. His leg takes that right step, and it freezes them completely. This is why he's such a successful running back, right? So at the mesh point, right, the defenders they haven't moved. So we'll run it again. We get to the mesh point, defenders are still frozen, right? He takes that run, blocks develop, he hurdles his own lineman, picks up solid yardage for his team. I love this play. You know, TreVeyon Henderson scored a lot of touchdowns, had a lot of yards, but I don't think I've seen a play as exciting as this one if you break down film, because this is the position done correctly. So those are going to be his runs we're going to talk about. Let's check out some pass pro. As I said at the top of the video, TreVeyon Henderson is very stout in pass pro as well. As we will run this play here, we're going to see him actually get that block inside off of play action. I'm going to break it down very quickly after we watch it here again. Shoulder completely knocks the blitzer off of his landmark here. So we'll slow it down for a second here. Just very quickly, play action. He immediately gets his eyes up as the blitzer's coming through the A gap. He goes to initiate contact. He runs to the blitzer. And this is what you want to see in pass pro. You want to see a running back that is willing to go and crash into that particular defender to keep the quarterback clean, which he does. The quarterback then gets flushed out. I believe that is Isaiah Foskey rushing him to get him out of the pocket there. And it ends up being an incompletion. But again, that's what you want to see. You want to see that running back go to initiate contact. You don't see him shy away from you. You want to see him not be afraid to take contact. So this next play here, we're going to actually watch him right here as he crosses the quarterback's face, goes to meet contact again, and wins, right? We'll slow it down here. What's going to happen is he's going to actually wrap around as this particular defender is going to actually rush off the edge. He's going to go to meet that defender, right? So run the play here in slow motion. He goes, strikes in those shoulder pads. Defender can't go anywhere. He's stuck. The play's over. There's no way for the defender to win this rep. And the quarterback gets the ball out of his hand fast. But the pressure from the backside has nothing to do with TreVeyon Henderson, because he does his job here of initiating contact. Now you probably want to see him kind of, get more inside with that punch so he doesn't get rocked back like he did here. But again, that's a solid rep. Not afraid of contact. Not afraid of contact whatsoever. Next play here, as TreVeyon Henderson is gonna just get a solid block there, get a shoulder. And one of the things we're watching, or we're seeing a lot of as we watch these three plays here, is he blocks a lot with his shoulder, and that's something that you really want to make strides on and improvement on, because you want to be able to get your hands inside to win leverage against whoever's rushing against you. So a shoulder, while it's cool when you're running the ball, sometimes you'll get blown up by doing that. And so we're going to watch this particular play here, slow it down here. So what's going to happen on this play is we want to keep eyes on this particular defender, right? So just keep your eye on this particular defender. So what's going to happen is that defender, so they're stacked here. That defender is trying to leverage everything to this side so he can wrap around, get a free rush to CJ Stroud. What happens is, as that defender wraps back around backside, he's going to meet TreVeyon Henderson right in the hole. TreVeyon's going to lower his shoulder, keep the pocket completely clean for the quarterback to get this ball off, right? So again, this is a rep here where he does it with his shoulder. Would love to see him get more inside with his hands, but a solid rep to keep the pocket clean for the quarterback there. Really no complaints on my end here. So again, here's TreVeyon Henderson here. Another pass set against number 52 there through the gap. So we'll pause it here as 52 is going to rush through B gap here, and TreVeyon's going to meet him right in the hole. See, this is the strike you want to see, how he goes wide and he gets back under the pads of the particular defender. So now, if you notice, he has leverage, right? Inside strike. Now that defender the backer is upright, right? He has no leverage because TreVeyon did what he's supposed to do and get his hands inside, strike inside, plays over for that defender because it's a great pass set. Now this last one here we're going to watch is actually just going to be him not being afraid of contact, and I want you to watch what happens when they score here. Look at TreVeyon Henderson, right? And because he knows that this play happens because of him, right? So defender's going to blitz right through the gap, right through a gap. It's TreVeyon's job to keep CJ Stroud upright with his free rusher. He lowers his shoulder, boom, right into the defender. What happens? Throws the ball. It's a touchdown. And look at, he's celebrating because he knows that this play is not a touchdown if he doesn't do his job. And he did his job, and it's an explosive play. It's a game-changing play for his team, and that's why he's up there pumping his fist and is so excited. Plays like that. So again, it's a running back that does a lot of the small things well in his game, and it's a player that I would want on my team if I was drafting a running back. And so hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys give the video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button as well. I greatly appreciate it as we have officially kicked off our 2024 film session. So make sure you guys go to the description as well. The Twitter's in the description as well. Drop a follow to me. I'll probably follow you back, and we can chop it up about football and about these prospects and things like that. But again, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Y'all be good.